Alright, y'all, so this is the room that was River's nursery, and I gotta get the princesses up off the walls and her name off the door and all that, but I gotta start on it anyway, and now I am going to dust off all of this incredibly dusty, dirty shit, and y'all are gonna talk to me while I do it. Isn't it your lucky New Year's Eve? You know how I'm gonna do this so y'all can see me. Sorry, I keep moving y'all around. If you're seizure prone like me, be careful. Yeah, my legs are not working well this week. Haven't been for days and days and days. I need to get this dresser out of here, but maybe now I'll keep it in because at least it's a little more shelf space since I don't actually have shelves in here right now. My walls are crap when it comes to being able to put shit up on the walls, nails and shit. Like, oh my gosh, that horrible plaster from like 1900. Y'all know what I'm talking about if you've ever lived in an old house. But yeah, this room, I can't remember if I ever told y'all this story during my mother-in-law from hell videos. But when I was pregnant for River, I wanted walls, and like I knew yellow was her favorite color, and it is. And I wanted walls that looked like an old storybook page, like that kind of yellow. And my sister, who is a very good artist, I wanted her to draw like pages from a storybook, like the Cinderella, Rapunzel, all that good shit. And one day, it was Tony's first day off in like 3 weeks, because that was back when he worked like 12 hours a day, 6 to 7 days a week. And it was his first day off in 3 weeks. And we get this phone call from the mother-in-law from hell saying, oh yeah, by the way, I'm most of the way to your house. I'm going to come do your nursery. And she did it just so I couldn't. It was only my child. And I hated it. I hated everything about it. I hated the fact that that's what I thought of every time I saw it. Like, because I knew it's one thing if somebody's doing something to be kind. She wasn't. She was doing it to assert her dominance. Well, how the fuck did that work for her? Oh yeah, I can't remember if I haven't talked to y'all since Christmas. She popped in on Christmas. First time, my daughter has seen her a total of 3 times this year. Her birthday. And Tony's grandma's funeral, and when she just showed up with no warning on my doorstep on Christmas. Like, really, man? I said, well, the whole point of me telling you to call first is that if I wouldn't have overslept, we wouldn't even be here right now. There's just that feeling of, my lord, the fucking nerve of that woman. But I let her in. I let her give River her presents because you're not her. And I even tried to be pleasant to her for the 45 minutes or so that she graced us with her presents, bringing her grand total of hours spent with her granddaughter in 2018 to about 3, 4, the majority of them at the funeral. Yeah. Which kills me. But it wasn't just that though. Like, we live in an old house, and the heat upstairs is really non-functional. We don't really have much heat going on up here, so we have to use heaters. And I'm not about to put my little kid in a room with a heater that could catch on fire, and me not be there with her. So she has always slept where we are. So if anything happened, I could get her the hell out of the house. So I always think about shit like that. My grandma watched her, she called her aunt. She wasn't really any blood relation, but she helped take care of them because my great-grandma was a single mom and all that. She literally watched her burn up in a house fire when she was like 7 years old. And it was very, very, very traumatic for her, as you can imagine. So my entire life, it was like, now listen, if there's a fire, you know. She was always super paranoid about fire. Plus, it is a logical fear. I mean, every single winter, people die in house fires caused by heaters. So I keep her with us when it comes to sleeping. But I can definitely tell the past few months or so that she wants her own space a little bit. And the playroom, you know, of course, that's where the gigantic fight between my sister and me took place. And there for a while, I really thought that was going to be the end of our relationship. But again, I wasn't like consciously thinking of these things. It was one of those things where it's like, yes, I'm going to wipe down my books because they're dusty. They've had a hard life. I really don't know why I keep any of the books by Green and Dunwich. I never liked her. The books were given to me, and I've kept them all these years. And I don't know why, because I really don't like her at all. And then, of course, Raymond Buckland, after he came around to the idea that solitary witches can be witches. Because even though a lot of people started out with the big blue book, if you read it, it's, that's not what it says at all. And, of course, my beloved Scott Cunningham. I've lost so many of his books throughout the years. I've had his first 2 books probably 5 or 6 times each. But I think I have one right now, but I don't have the other one. And those books will always hold a very special place in my heart because they were the first pagan books I ever read, and they quite literally changed my life. And then this one, I don't know if I've ever finished it. Probably should though, might help, couldn't hurt, right? Magical outfit. I have always thought that a blue or purple door would be a great thing. And, yeah, so I'm finally getting this shit done because River needs her own space, and damn it, I do too. It's small, which is not great for claustrophobia, but I want to eventually have like comfy chairs in here, and I've had an altar that was made out of a dresser for like 5 years since we moved into this place. And it's good, like it's alright. But anymore, there are just times that I cannot stand up for an entire ritual. So I think I'm gonna like having the coffee table altar again. Good old Z Budapest. I love this book. And Starhawk. I really, really love Starhawk. It's just funny how you find, or at least I've always found, that I come across witchy books when I need them. Like, I could have a book for 10 years and never crack it open. And then when I finally tune into the fact that it's there and I'm like, you know, I should read that, it always seems to be the perfect time. I think right now, after I finish the newest Silver Ravenwood book that I'm reading, now would be a good time to really review all Starhawk books, because I feel like I don't understand how you could possibly be pagan and not feel like you have a personal stake in politics. Like, we have seen, oh god, I've had this book since I was like 12. It's lived a rough life. I used to have to ride a silver broomstick, but that was stolen by one of my friends when I was younger. And then I have the original OG cover on Hexcraft there, because I'm really old like that. Oh lord. I got my record player in here. I wish I had far more records than what I have left. I was listening to records before it was cool again, y'all. This book I never got into. It's one of those things I always kept saying, oh yeah, you know, I'm gonna get to it. Never did. If I had money right now to send shit out, any of y'all who wanted Green and Dunwich or any of that, I'd totally give it to you. And of course, there's To Light a Sacred Flame. I love Silver. I know that there are a lot of witches out there who have major bones to pick with her and all that, but I love her. there have been so many times in my life when I've been, of course, the big blue book. I may not like it, but it's like prerequisite, right? Or at least for witches who are old like me. I did not start out with the big blue book, though. Like I said, I started out with the first 2 Scott Cunningham books. My daughter spilled something on this, and the library made me buy it. So I was glad it was Neil Gaiman. I would have been really pissed if it would have been a book I didn't even like. Then, of course, my poor Mind Light book. Mind Light and A Witch's Notebook. Like, she just hit a whole other level with those books, I think. Another Starhawk book that I have never read, but always intend to. That's alright. I know I will when I need to. Alright, y'all. Now I gotta put... this poor book has been through hell. It's literally in pieces. It's the Sabbats by Adaine McCoy, I believe. And I've still got all the pieces. I used to have it bound with a ponytail holder, and I really ought to go back to that. Because I don't want anything to happen to this book. I love it. That's why it's in pieces. Yeah. Someone gave that to me. Oh god, this song. I don't know if there's any Jefferson Airplane fans out there. But this song, this motherfucking song. Back in the day when I used to smoke the pot, I used to go stoned listening to this song. I don't know, I think I have some very deep-seated past life issues associated with this song. I really, really do. I think somebody really fucked me up once upon a time. This song was what I listened to. Oh, these are all Tony's, the Golden Dawn books. I do have one Golden Dawn book that was given to me, but it's about the women of the Golden Dawn, not Golden Dawn magic itself. That's all Tony's. He has them. It's about as far as it goes. He's got him. Bless his little ADHD-ridden heart. Okay, and then y'all know me. I've still got to have some of my OCD appeased, so I will do the authors I have multiple books by, and I will put them in the order that they came out. But see, you can't always do that because, like, you have the big solitary witch book here, and you can't put it with the longer ones. Oh my god, are you kidding me? My OCD would go batshit. So you do the best you can. Oh Lord, I'm doing all this with the end goal of burning this year to the motherfucking ground, y'all. I need like 2 or 3 more bookshelves, or just one gigantic one. I do, because this is not even a fourth of the books I have. These are just my mega books. I have, and the majority of them are still at Grandma's, which, I miss them. I miss them very much. I miss them like you would miss an old friend, because they are old friends of mine. Are they not? Of course they are. Oh Lord, I got a terrible word. I think I've spent most of this video bitching. I apologize for that. I don't know. I feel more optimistic right now than I have in a really, really long time. I really do feel like I'm gonna find the answer, but I just gotta get through days and days left of absolute pure hell before I find that answer. And that's the part that I'm just like, man, I don't really want to do this again. And I've got to until you get paid. And I can try the new creative combination and see how well that works. But I do seriously have hope that this is going to go well, and that I am going to find the answers. I think that, I kept coming back to these miserable states with my body this year, and it's just like, man, what am I not seeing? Because that's, at that point, when you keep coming back to the same issues again and again and again and again, then you pretty well know there's something that you're missing. It's like, what the fuck am I not seeing? Like, what? And never thought to do a combination of kratoms, even though I'm perfectly aware of the fact that it can be done. How silly. How silly. I just hope that it goes well and it works out and the nerve pain fucks off, because this year, man, Lord. Lordy, Lordy. Well, like I said, you can see that I can barely walk. My legs feel like painful lead. I don't know how else to describe that. And I'm, trying to get into this new mindset of not pushing myself, but that's really hard. Like, when I was 4 years old, and they told me I had rheumatoid arthritis, my aunt, who was completely crippled up by rheumatoid arthritis, came and she stayed like a week with me. And in that week, keep in mind I was 4 years old, she basically completely drilled into my head the fact that you cannot give in to your body. You give in to your body and you get crippled. Like, that's the end result of that. Cannot give in. So that's how I've looked at the situation through all of the illnesses and all of the pain and all that. It's like, no, I don't care if my body wants to get up today. I have to get up. I have to do all of this shit. And I know now that I did more harm than good. But it's still a hard habit to break, man. It truly is. Like, when you know that, I don't know, it's just a hard habit to break. Because my first inclination is to be like, no, you whiny, bitchy, fucking bitch baby of a body, we are going to get up and we are going to do all this and you're going to suck it up the whole time. But obviously that's not working. If it were working, I would still keep coming back to all of the pain and all of the misery and even upgrading it a little bit, which is what has happened this year. So, damn it, all to hell and back. This goddamn thing is a bookshelf, but the ends are not closed off. They're just like open, and you have to get the damn books just fucking right, or it won't sit. Man, I got dust all up in my nose. Lord. But yeah. So I'm just hoping to unlock the key and have better health another year, because I don't want another year like this. That's for damn sure. I know that I'm at the end of my rope and I can't take another year like this at all. I physically, mentally, emotionally cannot take another year like this one has been. So I'm hoping for the best there. My fucking Amherst sex books that I kept hidden behind my diploma for years after I had River. Because, reasons. Hey, those books, man, if you read those and then try to tell me some shit about 50 Shades of Grey, I will laugh in your face. Oh, Lord. Excuse me. Oh, that burned. Bitch may be taking some antacid tonight. Alright, y'all. That's as good as that's gonna get for now. I kind of need to, I don't know, maybe I'll keep it. See, this is when it comes to books, that is something that I have the potential to hoard like nothing else. Books and CDs. And man, I just found out the other day that every CD that I collected my entire life was ruined in the flood in my grandmother's basement. I was broken fucking hearted. Like, man, for real? For real, for real? Oh yeah, for real, for real. That broke my heart. I I mean, most of them were scratched up and fucked up and all that, but these are still my CDs. Now they've got black mold all over them, and when I get to grandma's, I gotta find the strength of will to throw them all in the trash, which is gonna really, really suck. True story, it is. But it is what it is, my friends. Okay, this record player, which is heavier than it fucking appears, my friends. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I did not know that's not gonna work. I'm gonna have to leave it on the floor. Back up, bitch, back up. That poor record player. That needle does not. It's very, ow, fuck, very raspy. Not great quality for a fucking record player that cost my aunt like $150. How do I know this? Because she was real good at reminding me how much all of my Christmas presents cost her. She was a fucking nutter. Yeah, I'm using the last of the stuff that I had made per the instructions of Silver Raven with to cleanse and to draw in positive stuff and all that good shit, because I was only supposed to keep it 2 weeks, so it's probably not too good anymore. And I'm supposed to make a different one. So, figured I would do that. First I'll use these, and then I'll make the other one. And yeah, this room and River's room are the only rooms that I didn't really cleanse all that well anyway. So now that I'm in here with this cheap ass paint, school bus motherfucking yellow. That part was not the mother-in-law from Hell's fault though. I saw the little swath thing that what color it was supposed to be and what color it turned out, two drastically different things. So that part wasn't her fault. The being a meddling bitch who was trying to just prove a point, that was her fault. Oh Lord, I was salty that night. I was so pissed. But then I'm sitting there like, no, I'm being irrational. She was just trying to help. No bitch wouldn't. No bitch wouldn't. I am honestly glad that we have as little contact with that woman as possible. And I really feel like I've never stopped her from seeing River. But I honestly feel like when it's at a point where River is still asking me who she was every single time she plays with the little things that she got her. I feel like when it's at that point, if she don't start coming to see her next year, she can piss off. Like, kid don't know you. You don't want to know the kid unless it's convenient for you. Literally nothing changed. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Oh man, I was so big and pregnant when I put this shit on the walls. So full of hope and life. Double life. I really, really was. I was so excited. I was pissed off about the situation, but I would sit there and I'd think, oh man, you know, the little baby's gonna lay in this bed. And she's gonna be here. Whoa, Betsy. I'm gonna get to hold her. And now I'm thinking, good Lord, child, it's 2 a.m. Will you go the fuck to sleep? That's how it goes, though, isn't it? I don't know. That's another reason that I need to get my body shit situated. Like, my sister is having a baby, and because I'm the one who raised my sister, and I don't mean to let my hillbilly roots show here. So, I don't know why I felt that needed to be done, but I did, so there you have it. Anyway, you know, not to let my hillbilly roots show in this situation, but because I raised her, I'm kind of like Aunt Grandma. And if she needs any help or needs any advice or anything, she's gonna come to me, and I just need to be better off than I am. That's all there is to it. So I'm gonna try harder than I've ever tried in my life to actually work on myself and quit putting fucking bandages on bullet wounds, because that's all I've really done as far as my health goes. I just keep putting fucking band-aids on bullet wounds and then wondering why I bleed through. Metaphorically speaking, for anybody who does not know that saying. So, what are you going to do with yourself in 2019, boys and girls? I will say, I think one of the biggest and hardest to learn, but then turned around to be one of the easiest to accept lessons that I learned was to, when I say to the goddess, like, I trust you to guide me. I had this habit of being like, well, I trust you to guide me, but I trust you to guide me as long as you get me here. And this is not to say that you should have a passive approach to life. The goddess is not down with that in any way, shape, or form. But in my particular case, at this particular time in my life, I don't think that I should try to control the situation the way that I do. I think that the goddess is trying to take me somewhere that maybe I don't expect. And if you don't expect it, then how can you get yourself there, right? So, about a month ago, I finally got to a point where I was just so down and so drained and so done. And I'm just like, you know what? I trust you. You are my mother. You have never led me astray. So, I will go wherever it is that you want to take me. And I mean that wholeheartedly. And I'm not going to say as long as it gets in here, here, or here. I truly mean it. I will go wherever you lead me. And for the first time in the 20 years that I've been a witch, I mean that wholeheartedly. It took a lot of shit to get me to that point, but I do mean it. I am going to stop trying to micromanage a future that maybe even I cannot envision. I know. Awesome. I know that the goddess has something that she wants for me, or whatever, in terms of my future. I know that. And maybe what I think it is not what it's actually going to be. But, you know, it's human nature to stand in your own fucking way. And I think that it comes down to that. Me standing in my own motherfucking way. I don't know if I'm going to end up doing another video tonight while I'm burning shit to the ground. But, if I do, I might just, after the room is as done as it's gonna get for the moment, show y'all how I burn this motherfucking year to the ground. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Y'all don't even know. Fuck 2018. Fuck all the energy left over from it. I want to cleanse my house, cleanse my life, cleanse my body, cleanse it all. I'm over it. Alright, y'all. I have spent 30 minutes cleaning this room and rambling on with my bad self. So if I don't do another video, Happy New Year. And if I do, well, y'all get to watch me burn 2018 to the motherfucking ground. Blessed be, y'all.